Explain to the audience the DeAndre Baker situation.
Well, it's funny. You don't understand it. You assume I understand it. I'm not sure anybody understands
You're a
it. There was an
lawyer.
incident back in May involving DeAndre Baker and Quentin Dunbar where the allegation was that they committed armed robbery at a house party. And as the days and weeks went by, there became a sense that maybe the witnesses / victims were changing their stories and maybe people were seeking money. And it all got very confusing and murky. And it's entirely possible that something happened that shouldn't have happened. But once the witnesses essentially are disqualified by this financial angle, and you had a lawyer representing the witnesses / victims who ended up being arrested for extortion, it's possible something happened that didn't happen, and then somebody saw an opportunity to make some money off of it. And the next thing you know, the whole case falls apart because no one can testify now because everyone's been corrupted by this one way or the other. So the end result is Quentin Dunbar never got charged. He's still playing and has been playing for the Seahawks. Baker was charged, was cut by the Giants, was reinstated by the league from the commissioner exempt list, and now is a member of the Chiefs practice squad. So who knows what ultimately did happen on that evening in May, but the end result is there's no one who can take a witness stand and ultimately provide the kind of evidence that would convict someone beyond a reasonable doubt. So no one's getting charged. No one's going to jail, except maybe people who are involved in this scam to turn the situation into a payday.
But I thought the lawyer is he involved, charged with extortion? Is the lawyer for these two, DeAndre Baker, is he in trouble too?
Well, it's the lawyer. This is where it gets even weirder. It's the lawyer representing the witnesses / victims who got charged with extortion. But then the lawyer for Quentin Dunbar was under scrutiny for being involved in this effort to pay off witnesses. See, there's a gray area there between paying off witnesses to influence testimony and also seeking the money because you're extorting money from these potential criminal defendants. And basically, everyone ends up being compromised. And the only winners in all this are the guys who very well may have committed a crime, but it's never going to be proven because you have no one that you can now put on a witness stand that anyone's going to believe because it's all been tainted by the profit motive that pops up when people realize, hey, that crime I just reported, maybe I can change my testimony if somebody's going to give me some money to do so.
DeAndre Baker ends up with the Kansas City Chiefs on their practice squad. Is he any good?
Well, he wasn't great last year, but he was a first-round pick. So somebody saw something in the guy to bring him into the NFL at a fairly high level. And if the Chiefs believe that they can work him into their system, and that's the thing about the practice squad, that you got 16 guys because of the COVID protocols. You have a spot to burn. Bring him in. See what he has. It's low risk. It's low money. And if you like him, you bring him up to the active roster and you put him on the field. If you don't like him, you just sever ties and move on to someone else. So I think it's smart for the Chiefs to do it. And yeah, he now has an opportunity to finish a very difficult and challenging year with a potential Super Bowl appearance.